great to be here today for Families Matter, St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide. We are excited to continue to serve as your hosts. My name is Rebecca Benton. I'm a life skills parent educator with Student Services.
Hi again. I am Dejan Jackson, Family and Community Outreach Administrator on special assignment for St. Lucie Public Schools. Rebecca, my heart is so happy today as we are speaking about very special people, our VPK programs and kindergarten friends. Welcome, friends in St. Lucie County.
The purpose of Families Matter St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide is to give parents and families information about the resources found within our local community. The resources shared could be in the form of people connected to St. Lucie Public Schools, like school counselors, district support personnel, or educators on your child's campus. Or the resources could be found on our website. Or it could be in the form of local community agencies that help your child achieve success. You play a pivotal role in the life of your child and children, and as always, our aim is to support you. Today, our purpose is to give you tools and resources to help you successfully prepare your child for the start of their education.
As I mentioned earlier, our topic is on the Voluntary Kindergarten Program, otherwise known as VPK, and kindergarten readiness. Our special guests today are experts in all things VPK and kindergarten. In fact, Rebecca, didn't you used to teach kindergarten?
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh my gosh, I love teaching kindergarten. I spent a good 6 years in kindergarten, and that was the happiest time of my teaching career. It's just magic. You can see the visible light bulbs in young learners because everything is clicking, and then, like I said, it's magic in kindergarten classrooms.
Yes, it is. And we are excited to welcome our special guests, Cassie Velasquez and Dr. Mary Huffstetter, to our Families Matter show. Cassie, could you tell our families a little bit about yourself and your role within St. Lucie Public Schools?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for inviting us to be on such an important show. My name is Cassie Velasquez. I was born and raised in Florida. I grew up in Sebastian. I went to IRCC, now IRSC, and UCF. And I started teaching in St. Lucie County in 2008. I taught kindergarten and then VPK here in St. Lucie County before moving to my current role as the VPK program specialist. As the VPK program specialist, I get to do so many things, from student enrollment, overseeing our VPK contract, doing professional learning sessions for our VPK teachers and paraprofessionals.
So important.
As well as going to our VPK classrooms and supporting the classrooms, the children, the teachers with anything they may need.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support that you give. You were a great VPK teacher. You know, I can tell the kindergarten years, just the love and support.
Yeah, we are a special kind. If you have been a kindergarten teacher, you're very special. Now, Mary, I loved having you as a support person when I taught kindergarten. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? You're an amazing advocate for early learning, and I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thanks, Rebecca. And I feel like this is an early childhood reunion of sorts. Rebecca, it was wonderful. I always ran ideas past you in kindergarten. I knew we could always count on you. You were a fabulous kindergarten teacher.
Thank you.
And John, we go back all the way to Garden City Early Learning Academy. So I know you guys are very, very strong advocates, so appreciate your ongoing support. I am the Early Childhood Coordinator for St. Lucie Public Schools, and I oversee the VPK program, but also into kindergarten, the Kindergarten Transition Program. We work really closely with our Early Learning Coalition and our Alpi Head Start. We have fabulous partners out there that provide VPK to most of the children in St. Lucie County. And then I also oversee the Play with Purpose program that we've been very, very blessed to put in our kindergarten classrooms with the help of our Education Foundation.
I can't wait to hear more about that. So while VPK and kindergarten are especially important, the most important, let us take a few minutes to discuss care and parenting before this time. Those early years are crucial to child development. What are your best tips for parents to help with an infant or a toddler at home?
You're absolutely right. We know that 90% of a child's brain is developed by the age of 5, so those first 5 years are critical. And it's everything. You're talking about early literacy, you're talking about approaches to learning, you're talking about physical development, independent development. We want these children to be doing a lot of things, and trying and experiencing a lot of things. So my suggestions are just listen to your child, read to your child, have that engaging back and forth, work on their physical development, give them opportunities to interact with other children their ages. Social development is so critical at this point. Enjoy this time with your little one because it goes very, very quickly. But the listening and the reading and the talking and the building background knowledge and building vocabulary, all critically important in those first 5 years.
And Cassie, what tips would you give to our families?
Well, I would say that read, talk, play, and sing together every single day. It may sound really silly, but from the time your child is born, do all of those things. Read, talk, play, and sing. And even to the extent of, as a mom of a newborn child, if you're carrying that baby around around your house, not classroom, talk about what you are doing. You know, I'm making your bottle, I'm opening the refrigerator. As silly as it sounds, you are building your child's brain from day one.
I used to always feel so silly when I did that with my boys because I was home alone with them. But yeah, I mean, then they started saying the words with me, Baba and Mama, and you know, their language just grows so quickly. And we've touched upon that on all of the shows, how quickly
They grow.
So
To graduation. And you know, nowadays with the advent of so much technology, is there something that we could give as a suggestion or advice to parents?
Yeah. What is that saying? There is no app that can replace your lap.
Oh.
And that's true about, you know, sometimes, you know, you really want to limit technology from day one. It's not that it's terrible, but really in the beginning, if your child is watching TV or a screen, it's not really helping to build that brain like you want it to. You reading, talking, singing, and playing is what's really making those important connections at such an early time in the child's life.
Yeah, I always like to say technology is a tool, so use it when you absolutely need it. So if you're trying to make dinner with your kindergartner, you know, use it for 30 minutes and then get back to that playing, reading, and singing, absolutely.
And if you're going to use technology, don't just put it in front of your child, do it together so that you can also have a conversation about what is on TV or what is on a tablet that they're doing, so that they're learning that expressive and receptive piece of learning language.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah, great advice. So what if parents are noticing that their child is having trouble reaching these skills that they need to get ready for kindergarten? What are the next steps for them? And who should parents reach out to?
The child is in our VPK program in St. Lucie Public Schools. I would encourage them to reach out to their teacher. And there's a lot of people at the school who can provide support to that child. They call it a problem-solving team meeting, but just getting people around the table and discussing, you know, where the needs are and what sort of interventions and extra support we can provide to that child. If the child is at Alfie Head Start, they've got family service coordinators. I would encourage them to talk to the teacher and the family service coordinator. And if the child is at a private site, absolutely talk to the teacher. Again, the teacher's the best place to start no matter what, but also talk to the director. All of our early learning classrooms have resource specialists attached to them as well, so that people from the early learning coalition could help. We also have, it's called Fiddlers, and Fiddlers stands for the Florida Diagnostic Learning Resource Center, and we're blessed to have it right here in our district office. They have wonderful supports too, and they can do some screenings to the child for additional information and see if the child does need to be referred on for maybe some speech or language evaluations as well.
No, those are great resources. And please check out our Family Matters webpage for easy access to these resources.
Fiddlers is an organization that works closely with St. Lucie Public Schools. What is the organization and how can families access the resources from Fiddlers?
The acronym Fiddlers stands for the Florida Diagnostic and Learning Resources System. They're a statewide network of specialized centers that help support students with exceptional needs, disabilities, but they also provide intervention services, and we're lucky enough to have ours right here in the district office. They provide support to parents. Florida has developmental standards, and if students aren't meeting those standards in early literacy or physical development or independent functioning, then we would like to look to see if there's some more supports that we can provide to parents to work with their children or teachers to work with their children. Fiddlers also does training and professional development for teachers as well. And they do provide resources in Creole, Spanish, and English.
Oh, that's so
That's
helpful.
wonderful. Now, Cassie, she talked about standards, and you know, my principal hat comes on, and I think about the K through 12 standards. Can you talk to us a little bit about the early learning standards?
Absolutely. The Florida Division of Early Learning has the Florida Early Learning and Developmental Standards online. A parent could visit that website, and there they would be able to see the 8 learning domains, learn a little bit about each domain and what a child would be expected to do at each grade age level from birth to kindergarten. In addition, parents could see activities that they could do at home in order to support their child in whichever domain it is that they're interested in helping their child achieve the next level. Now, if a child is already attending a preschool or Alpi Head Start or one of St. Lucie Public Schools pre-K classrooms, the parent also would want to talk to the child's teacher or a director at a preschool to see what other resources or what other things they could do to help their child at home.
All right.
That
Thank
sounds
you
like
for
great
sharing
resources.
that.
Yeah.
Please check out our Families Matter webpage for easy access to this resource.
VPK and kindergarten means you will be experiencing the school car line. Car seat safety is important to remember with young children. Check out Safe Kids Worldwide for more safety tips for car seats, and be sure to check out our Family Matters webpage for these resources and more.
Now, VPK is a special time because it is the foundation and sets the tone for years of success in school with literacy, math, and 21st century skills. What options are there for families that would like to have their child participate in a VPK program within the district and then within the community? I believe that there are 2 different ways that families can take advantage of both of these resources within our community.
Absolutely. So the year that a child turns 4, on or before September 1st, is the year that they would be eligible to participate in a VPK program. Now, St. Lucie Public Schools VPK, we have seats for less than 10% of the age-eligible children. And our registration window for the 24-25 school year just ended, but that's okay. There are so many fabulous VPK providers in our county. So if a parent did not enroll for St. Lucie Public Schools VPK program, or if they end up on a waiting list, they first would want to apply for their VPK certificate from the state. And that's done online through a website, familyservices.floridaearlylearning.com. And the Early Learning Coalition oversees that website. And the Early Learning Coalition could also provide families with the list of all VPK providers in our county.
That is a great resource.
That's amazing.
The Early Learning Coalition does so much great work within our district.
Yes.
Yeah, please check out our Family Matters webpage for easy access to this resource.
You both have touched on some excellent information. Are there tips that you can share with our listening audience that will help families as they prepare their child for a successful launch into VPK?
Yes, for sure. Talk to your child. Prepare them for that transition. Drive them by the school that they'll be going to and talk about it. Not just one time, but over and over again as you prepare to go. Talk about what school will be like, and of course, read, talk, play, and sing together every single day.
My son is entering kindergarten this upcoming school year, and he has asked multiple times to see his new school. I think more so because he's kind of mourning soon that he will not be able to see his favorite VPK teacher, but also to prepare for this big transition to go to like real school. So yeah, we have some planned visits to drive by his kindergarten school, or
That's
his
awesome.
school where he'll go to kindergarten.
The other suggestion I would have is just continue to read and talk. Like Cassie said, reading is so important. Read with your child, but let them talk to and respond and build their background knowledge. Florida and St. Lucie County have so many wonderful places to go to visit in nature and to build background knowledge and to learn about their community, because they're going to be entering VPK, which is a community. And so they have those. We've got Oxbow. We've got a fabulous library system here. Get out, make those memories, and build background knowledge with your child, and enjoy your child.
You know, as students transition to kindergarten, what are some kindergarten readiness skills that parents should be looking for in the VPK student? what would you say are the top 3 things that students should know when they start kindergarten? Cassie, top 3 for you.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But social skills, you know, to be able to play with other children, to be able to ask for help if they need help, you know, to not be comfortable to go up to an adult, a teacher, to say, you know, can you help me? Self-help skills, being able to use the restroom independently, being able to just know their first, last name, and age is important when they start school. And then also reading readiness. Just make sure your child's able to sit down and listen to a story being read, or even talk about the pictures in the book.
And Mary, what would you say are the top 3?
I would just say, I agree with Cassie that those are the top 3. I think the beauty of all this is all of these can be taught through play, purposeful play. And the state of Florida has initiated It's Okay to Play in VPK program, where teachers are going to get some additional professional development, and we also have sessions for parents. As these are the standards, these how they can be taught. Is if you walk into, Rebecca, I'd walk into your kindergarten classroom. If you walk into a kindergarten classroom and all the kids are playing and interacting, and sharing is a tough thing for everybody.
Yeah,
for adults.
Yes,
right. Right, but if you walk into a classroom and the kids are all playing and engaged and conversing, they're learning so many of the standards that are VPK standards in a beautiful way, and it should be the way that VPK children, and going into kindergarten too, we've got purposeful play in kindergarten as well. You can teach the standards, you can teach them the mastery all through play.
Oh, yeah, play is so, so important. And it kind of tricks little friends to, like, you're learning really big, hard things, but they don't know it. And that's like the magic in kindergarten. You both have just kind of, like, you must have been peeking in my brain. That's what I used to say to my kindergarten friends when they would, like, guess what I was thinking. Because when I taught kindergarten, I thought it was super helpful for my little friends to be able to talk to an adult and be able to say their name, ask for help, and not be scared, because, you know, everyone on campus is like a safe person. It was also so helpful to be able to, like, undo a jacket or open up a pouch at lunch, being able to take care of yourself and be independent, and following 2-step directions. I might be asking a lot, but it was really great when a kindergartner could come in and, you know, let's put your lunchbox away and go sit down, and they could do it successfully. And you talked a lot about reading, which is so
important.
Oh my gosh, so important. And it makes me think of one of our former shows, Dijon, about the library system, the library card. So please, if you've missed any of our shows, be sure to check out all of them, because we touch on such amazing topics that help your child from VPK all the way to, you know, to
College
graduation.
readiness.
Yeah, college readiness.
And you know, my favorite place is a school principal. If ever I wanted to go hang out with the most important people on campus, it was in the kindergarten classroom, because I knew that that was where the foundation was set. That foundation to be able to have reading readiness, that foundation to be able to look at the science and the world around them, those math skills, those 21st century skills that are so critical. All of those things were important. So if you were to describe, like, what a typical day in the life of a kindergarten friend would look like, what would that look like through their eyes?
We did a pretty good job of just describing it. It is a whirlwind of activity, and in a great kindergarten classroom, you want to hear the kids talking. They're going to be, like you said, learning science, social studies, math skills, literacy skills. It also may be the first time that they're now going to what we call resource classes. So now they're going to the media center, and they're going to music, and they're going to art. They're going to a big cafeteria. This might be the first time they've gone to it. Our cafeterias can get loud, because you want the kids to be talking in the cafeteria as well. So this is, there's not, I don't think there is a typical look of kindergarten, but the kids can expect to just have so many wonderful opportunities shared with them, and their input is just as valuable as the kindergarten. I'd go into Rebecca's classroom, and the kids would talk more than she did, and I think that is a really great sign. She set the opportunity for them to give the feedback. If the teacher's doing all the talking, the children aren't doing their expressive language skills either. So you're going to hear a lot of activity in kindergarten classrooms. And Dijon, I agree with you. They're just a fabulous place to be. And I keep talking about the Play with Purpose. The Ed Foundation of St. Lucie County was instrumental in getting Play with Purpose into all of our classrooms. And what that is they're kits, ready-made kits, but they're like on-site field trips. the airport, a pizzeria, Italian restaurant, a veterinary clinic. We give teachers just some few props, not games to play, but props that the kids are role-playing and acting out. And there's also books and language cards, vocabulary cards. So we're giving them even more background knowledge. We stole this idea from Martin County. They were so generous in sharing their resources with us, so we appreciate that tremendously as well. But Tom and Jackie in the Ed Foundation wouldn't be in our classrooms if it had not been for them, so we appreciate them greatly.
When I taught kindergarten, learning every day was just so fun. Like that was, with the joy of it was just so fun. We read lots of stories, we talked a lot. There was a lot of talking going on because that's like how we were learning, lots of playing, and we made mistakes, and that's like what also the beauty of kindergarten is that, you know, we were learning and playing and sharing in this beautiful space together, and it was okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn, and we learned from each other. Like I said before, it was magic. It was magic.
And you know, that magic happened today talking with both of you with
Oh my
your
gosh.
expertise. We so appreciate you sharing with families the resources that are found within our community, but also what to look for. You know, I know as a mom of 3 boys, each one of them was different, and each time getting them ready for VPK or for kindergarten, it was a whole different experience. And so you've outlined for many of our families what to do, what to expect when a student or when a child is getting ready for it. So we appreciate your expertise so much. Families, we have touched on so many resources for students to prepare them for VPK and kindergarten. This time in your child's life is so important, and we want to remind you that children grow in the blink of an eye. So have fun and enjoy this time. Before you know it, they will be graduating high school.
And if you missed our show last month, we talked about just that, tips for preparing for what comes after high school graduation. If you have missed any of our shows, please head to WLX Horizon to watch it, catch up, and feel connected. Check out our social media outlets for our next show. Next month, we will be discussing building resiliency. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much for tuning in to all of our show topics on WLX Horizon, your station for important information. Download the app on your phone or digital device to keep involved in your child's community resources. We appreciate your time and diligence with supporting your child.
And remember, all families matter in St. Lucie Public Schools.